it goes. Okay, for all you kids out there trying to figure out how to fix your speakers, I'm going to go through a little bit here to help you out. So on these old school speakers, you got these surround, I don't know what they call it, but this surround stuff on the outside. And what happens is that sometimes it just gets brittle. This is a pretty old speaker. It's a GTI, JBL, or no, just GT series, okay? This should be a GTI. Anyway, the one in the truck's a JBL GTI Comp series, but I'm not going to bring that in right now. So anyway, what's going on here is this pretty old speaker, and I'm going through and clean it up. Now what I used, I can't tell you to use this because I don't know long-term effects. I use this hybrid solution stuff in a leather cleaner. In the past, I have used Armor All, but the Armor All on the webbing will help protect it to a degree, but it still can affect it. So I'm not going to recommend to do that. You got to play around with a cheap speaker and see how it goes for you. But I've had luck with it in the past. Used to have an old Saab, and actually these were in the back of the window of an old Saab a long time ago. So what do we got going on? So here's what's going on. I'm finally getting my entertainment center set up. We're dropping a Celestion on 18-inch in here, and that is right here. So this is my loudspeaker that we're going to use as a sub. Damn leg. And this is a Eminence Omega. My bad, not a Celestion. That's what it is. I don't remember where I got this thing. Don't ask me. Back in the days when I used to want to fiddle around with guitar amps and make them more like Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he ran an Eminence 18-inch in one of his cabs from what I had read somewhere, and I don't know. From there, I can't remember what happened. That's how I got that, I think. Anyway, that's going to be going in the back of this bass cab. On the bottom, that 15-inch till it blows up is going to go in there. And on the top, the 12-inch is going to be separated. I still got to tune the cabinets. So these are separate cabinets in one, 2 in 1. So you got our bottom one here. So I'm going to run those in series on those two bottom. And they'll be series. They're probably going to be running somewhere between 4 and 6 ohms, and the top one's going to be running at 4 ohms. I got to clean this out and tune it. So hopefully that'll help some people out. Tuning cabinets. Excuse the mess. Everything's a total disaster in here right now. But in tuning cabinets, you can look it up. If you need to add volume to the cabinet, use some high density foam. And put it in the cabinet to decrease the volume. And then fiber fill, you can read up on that, how you can trick a smaller cabinet and the speaker believing it's a larger cabinet. And there's equations and whatnot for the ounces of fiber fill that you're going to want to put in there. So we're going to be doing some cabinet tuning here. This is the fill the cabinet, so if we need to decrease the volume, polyfill, opposite direction, right? Okay. So been a long time since I fiddled with this stuff, but here I am, just trying to get this stuff put together. Got some German wire here, really nice stuff. I found this from a guitar shop, actually a speaker shop in Portland. This is some nice stuff, but he can't get any more. Very cool. So, see? Nice. So I'll be using that, some of my older wires, which are auction free. All the wires I usually buy are pretty high grade back in the day. So this stuff's still good. And when I get all done, I'll do a video on it. So we got our Polk Signature Series towers here, double klitsch, centers running in series. And gonna have the surround sound. So we'll be running 7.1 if I get around to it. 5.1 for sure. All right. Hopefully that helps somebody out on the speakers. But that's what I wanted to cover. So anyway, you use what I'm using on the speakers. Oh, back to that. And I'm using this tear, puts tear to your eye when you use it. Just joking. Tear mender. Okay, so this is for fabric and leather. So what I did, I like that it dries in 3 minutes. So you can put it in between here where your separation is, and then you use these little clamps here. See what I do? Clamp that on there, right? And then I'll hold it till it cures. But overall, my stuff's in pretty good shape. I got to desolder that connection, straighten it out so I can hook up to it. Spider's good. I tested all the speakers. They're good. And yeah, it's all well. This speaker's probably over 25 years old. Don't quote me on that. I think that's how old it is. And I think it's one of the ones I used to have back in the old day in my sub, but I could be wrong. And that was many moons ago. It's a GT 152. Yeah, GT 152. So hopefully this helps somebody else out that's dealing with this. That's how you fix your surround on the outside of this, on these speakers. Now, if you got an old speaker and then your rubber surround here is tore, you can take it in and they can recone it, so you don't have to throw them away if it's a good speaker. Over and out.